Your ability to receive determines how much you will prosper, be wealthy, and be a good steward. I don't want you to misunderstand that at all. I'd like you to grasp the fullness of that. Your ability to receive determines your prosperity, your wealth, and your status as a steward. Now, this is not to say you are the sum total of what you have, what you become, or how you develop in life. Sometimes there are external hindrances, hindrances which dwarf your ability to receive. Some of those you can hardly control, but those you can control, those are the ones we are working on in a big way. Sometimes, because of what we do, because of what we say, because of where we place ourselves, because of those we associate with, because of what we read, because of what we watch, we dwarf our ability to receive. And because we have dwarfed abilities, we receive little or nothing. Or, on the contrary, we receive much. The resources for prosperity, for being wealthy, they are there already. They exist. I've worked with a passage and I want to share it with you. Genesis 8, verse 32, 22, verse 22. While the earth remains, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, winter and summer, and day and night shall not cease. That's the sphere that you have the resources there for being wealthy, for being prosperous. How much you can draw from these. Some people, they are, when they interpret this passage, they are suggesting that the passage is emphasizing the limitations of the earth, the limitation of our environment. That may be so partially. The truth of it is saying there will be seed time. There will be harvest time. Know what time it is. We have many stories in the Bible telling us exactly what it is all about, what the passage is all about. Joseph, through his vision, through his connection with the master of the universe, knew what would happen. There will be years of prosperity, great prosperity, and there will follow lean years, time when there would be nothing coming in. So what was his encouragement to the Pharaoh? when there is prosperity, gather as much as you can. Build the vats, build the cisterns, build whatever it takes to contain that which is coming in during the 7 years of plenty. And the record tells us that during the lean years, all the nations around were going into Egypt to get sustenance. Because even in the lean years, Egypt was prospering. Sorry. Yes, because in the seed time, harvest time, he was aware of the fact that your collection, how you apply yourself during those prosperous years, will determine how you live during the lean years. And during the lean years, you can prosper. Yes, it is true up until today. It is eternally true. The Bible tells us that Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1 to 5, there's a time for everything, a time to prosper. There's a time when there will be waste, a time to live, a time to die, a time for everything. And we're further told in 1 Chronicles 12:32 that the men of Issachar, they were blessed because they knew the time. They knew what Israel ought to do in that given time. Yes, let me go back to a starting point. The prosperity is already there. Many of us, we make the mistake and we are always praying, send the blessings, send the prosperity. They are there already. They're being poured out. What we need to be praying for, what we need to be sorting out is our ability to tap into the universal, the eternal source of blessings. And that is where many of us fall short. We are not equipped to receive the blessings that are already there. We are not open up to the great resources around us. We are tuned into the negatives of life. We link ourselves with those who do not see it good for us to prosper, for us to be wealthy, for us to be stewards of quality stewards, good stewards. Today, you need to begin your journey by thinking. If there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, if there be justice, if there be right living, think on these things. When you think on such things, begin to express yourself verbally. That will equip you to receive. Your words are powerful. By the way, I'd like you to read into my volume, Success, a Genesis Perspective. You can get it on Amazon. That will tell you much of what I'm saying. Many have been blessed. as they read such volume, and it will, you too will experience some blessing by reading. You must think right. You must think positively. And out of that thinking, you must tell yourself that you have entered into the realm of the I am. Whoever is born of Christ has become a new creature, and you begin to share in divinity. The I am source is available to you. You must begin to tell yourself that you have resources, you have the means to grow. For a long time, I could not understand fully what they were singing about in the passage in the Bible. Let the weak say, I'm strong. Let the poor say, I'm rich. I used to ask myself, should I be lying to myself? Isn't it much better for me to discover who I am, what I have, and build from there? Yes, that's where we have the problem. I am going to build from there. The master of the universe wants to build for you. Your prosperity will come chasing after you, says the scripture. And it's chasing after us. But we're running away from it, running into schemes, running into this, that, and the other. That's not helping us. Be still and know, stand firm and experience your salvation. The desire of the Master of the universe is that you, the apostle prayed for his friend, beloved, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in health. That prayer was not just suggesting that we go working ourselves to frazzle to get it there. It means that we're leaning decidedly. The Master of the universe said, we take anxious thought. We begin to, yes, I need this, yes, I need that. And we begin to slave ourselves. We begin to sell ourselves for nothing. We begin to take. And when we take, we enter into bondage. Wait. And the Lord, I say, wait patiently. Wait for his instructions. Wait for his guidance. And when you are instructed properly, when you're guided in the path of life, follow with diligence, with devotion, with enthusiasm, with assurance that you are and you have. Yes, I begin to understand what it means to say, let the weak say I'm strong, let the poor say I'm rich. You begin to speak to the great resources of the universe. One songwriter expressed it this way: my Father is rich in houses and lands. He holdeth the wealth of the world in his hand, of rubies and diamond, of silver and gold. There's wealth untold, and you are son, daughters of the Master of the universe. So it makes you rich. It makes you strong. So why not wait on the Master of the universe today? Be guided, be directed, be inspired. Yes, and you will be what you ought to be. The master of the universe desires your development, your intellectual development, your spiritual development, your material development, your social development, and your physical development. Wait, I say, wait on the Lord and experience wealth and prosperity. Be wise and prosper today. While you're prospering, feel free to like, comment. Your comments are very helpful. And share and subscribe. Be blessed on this beautiful day. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed day.